Alright, standard work today. RAM upgrade and an SSD upgrade. The 970 NVMe m.2 SSD, the EVO Plus from Samsung. Alright, we're going to put this in a Legion. The machine is crashing randomly, and it's because the hard drive doesn't have enough space to function. So it's simply an upgrade in performance because it's a faster SSD and more space available. A lot of people don't realize that if you fill your hard drive, you can't move around and the machine doesn't work reliably. So we're going to replace it. 2 terabyte drive, fairly large drive. Shouldn't be more than a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know. It'll probably take 10 minutes to install Windows and then another 10 or 20 to do the updates. All right, so there's our culprit right there. All right. And then there's our RAM right here. If we're going to do them both at the same time, I'm not going to nickel and dime the customer. They get a twofer. I charge them for the one labor charge of everything as a package. Normally, installing RAM by itself, as you see, will be very easy. I basically just throw that in and do the whole package of 150 bucks. That's the installation of the C drive, the M.2, plus the RAM, which includes a copy of Windows that gets installed and updated. And then also, I'll be dragging data from the older original drive. That's pretty much it. These Lenovo Legions, which I'll note in the video exactly what hardware we're working on. But I think the only thing we need is a Phillips head screwdriver. Here we go. Alrighty. I need to get something a little higher. Let's see if this works. I'm going to put the camera up a bit higher. There we go. That might help. All right. Oh, there. That's already done. This thing was missing a couple screws. Alrighty. You know, these Lenovo Legions are my go-to for a laptop gaming setup. Even for some people who don't need gaming, but they want reliable and speed, if you don't mind spending $1,200 on a laptop, this would be one I'd recommend. Even if it's a lower end one, without the without all the memory you might need, it's going to give you a lot of horsepower. Okay. Where's my spudger? There's one. Let's use that. Oh, let's use this one. Alrighty. There we go. There we go. The inside of our Legion PC. All right. And the memory goes, looks like we have room for 2 SSDs. We're going to do it under here. I think I remember, vaguely speaking, we had room for 2. Is that the case? Yes. Look at this. One of the advantages of these machines, even if you don't need the horsepower, you got a room for a lot of SSD storage. You can do a traditional drive right here, the 2.5 drive, 2.5 inch drive. And then one screw here. Oh, you guys can't quite see what I'm doing. There we go. So all I'm doing is these 3 screws, this one, and this one. Put that right there, and there's our, oh, it's not 2 SSDs, it's one Wi-Fi card. And here, that's a generic brand. Union Memory. That's what this is. All right. So we're going to avoid this for now. Doesn't like that screwdriver. That's why I had another screwdriver right here, just in case that screwdriver misbehaved. Okay, this particular screw is special. Alrighty. All right, what screwdriver is going to work best for that? That screwdriver is not playing well with others. Where's my favorite little screwdriver that I haven't? Oh, you know what? The big one. That's right. Let's see here. It's try this one. All right. Oh, there we go. This screwdriver works. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I broke the rules. I didn't unplug the battery. Bad man. Let's see here. Ugh. Come on. You see, I think this is why I tend to hesitate about the battery. I'm so afraid of breaking the connector. Here, where's that spudger? Make sure you don't use a screwdriver for this because you don't want to gouge the motherboard. That would be catastrophic. Take your time. I don't want to use a metal screwdriver because I don't want to damage the motherboard or destroy it. I think that should be far out enough. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good. There's our drive. Pretty much it for this drive. That's Phillips screwdriver for most of the computer. I feel like I'm playing doctor here. I can't get the darn screw out of here. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit. How annoying. Pay attention to where that screw is. And whiz bang, there we go. Okay, let's do this. Put the drive back in. Okay, so technically we just did the SSD. Now the RAM is under here. That's what these are. Be gentle, just pop this lid off. We're going to remove both chips. Remove the one initial chip. And then we're going to add these crucial chips, which are going to quadruple. Let's see, the original one was, what is this? Samsung memory. 8 gigs of RAM. We're going to, what else are we going to? 32. Yes. Alrighty, RAM upgrade. Just one of these would be a noticeable upgrade, but he's playing games, so let's just make sure he has plenty of RAM. Right, there we go. That's pretty much it. All our physical hardware installation is done. Now just be very careful when placing this heat shield back on. All right, there we go. Hard work is done. Old RAM, old SSD. Now we're going to put this back together. So I was wrong. I was looking underneath this heat shield here, and I didn't realize this was actually the Wi-Fi. So now I'm going to put this heat shield back on. Just like that. That's one down, two to go. There we go. Ah, same screw hole. Same place to lose a screw. Let's see if we can get that in the hole first. There we go. All right, don't forget your heat shield. Might be an EMF field blocker too. All right, there we go. Now, let's put the lid on. Before we screw it tight, we're going to make things function. All right. Good. Kind of a dirty machine. All the USB ports are dirty. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. I think it's just gonna boot. No screen, huh? There we go. There's your Legion. All right, so it's going to hesitate on this border. Let me do this. There we go. Drum roll. Next, install. Drum roll. There's our 2 terabytes right there. Hit next. And there we go. Hurry up and wait. That's the name of the game. If you've never been here before, my name is Chris. I show off the work when it makes sense. If I'm not here, I'm getting paid doing house calls. Just got back from one to reset their Wi-Fi password a while back. That's pretty much all I'm up to. If you want to show up live, say hi in the chat or give me a call. I'd encourage it. 855-434-8787. That's pretty much what we've got going today. All right. $27 done. I gotta go live and make sure. Let me see here. I'm gonna call a customer. Let's see which. Let's see here. Oh, you know what I'll do? All right. What do I want to do? Take that, this, and that. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Just when you think you're doing yourself a favor by cleaning up and putting something back in its own place, you forget that's what you did. That's when things get lost. Let's see here. We're gonna make a phone call while we wait for this machine to get done. All right, let's see how this works here. Okay, well, I guess they're not answering.
have just reached RE. Please leave me your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hey Ari, it's Chris. I wanted to have a conversation about your email account working. I'm pretty sure that your Google account is out of order, meaning it needs to be paid for. I know that you in text you said it didn't sound like you needed to pay for that, but if you're using Google Workspace, it sounds like you do. So yeah, make sure your domain is paid for, and your Google. I need to make sure or confirm what kind of Google interactions or what services you're using from Google are, to confirm I'm speaking correctly. Give me a call when it's convenient, 855-434-87. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got my personal cell number. Go ahead and call me on the number that you send me a text on. Thanks. See you later. Okay, well, there's that. Meanwhile, we finished reinstalling Windows on the new blank SSD. Here we go. Drum roll. All right. I hate that Windows 11 and Windows 10 are so similar. Next. Yes. Skip. We're going to pretend to connect to a network, so we're going to... Here's Ethernet we're going to use here. There's our Ethernet. That's the other thing about these big garish machines. You don't need a dongle to plug into Ethernet. You want to avoid Wi-Fi whenever possible. There it is. All right. There, it's going to take the Ethernet for a second. Then we're going to do next, and then we're going to disconnect because we don't want to be stuck on a remote account. Customer can log into their own darn Microsoft account if they want. Didn't even ask what his name was. Let's see here. Let's find out. All right, here we go. I have his mom's name on here. I forgot what her son's name is. So we'll just dial the dial pad. It is, what is their number? Their number is oh, that was her calling earlier, checking me up. Here we are.
This is Sharon.
Sharon, it's Chris. How are you?
Hey, Chris. Good. How are you?
Your machine, or your son's machine, is ready. Except I forgot your son's name.
It's Jack.
Jack.
No worries.
All right, it'll be ready whenever you want it.
What time are you open till today?
About 6. I don't have any house calls scheduled, so I'll be here for the next couple hours anyway.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye. And there we go. Kidoke. So from here on out, we're just going to do some updates. We can remove our copy of Windows. All right, if you've never been here before, my name is Chris. I'm the IT guy. often known as the South Bay Tech Guru. I record the work whenever it makes sense. I encourage you to show up and give me company in the chat, or give me a call, 855-434-8787. We can talk about your own technical issues, or if you just want to talk shop, show up in the chat when I'm live. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to stay online and invite you guys to show up and say hi for as long as it takes to finish this Windows installation. So that's probably another 5 minutes. I'm not going to stay live for all these updates to happen. It literally takes longer to do the updates than it does just to install Windows. How is everyone's day? There we go. We got our copy of Windows. How is everyone's... Oh, look at that. Settings. Let's do some updates. We can get it on the Wi-Fi now. Connect. Alrighty. Once it's connected, just do your updates. Let's see how many updates in the device manager are not yet included here. Oh, a handful. Looks like some chipset updates. The unknown updates might be the USB. Not sure. Let's see how long that takes. Oh, you can't see what I'm speaking of, can you? There we are. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's interesting. I noticed that the keyboard lights up already, so I guess a full-fledged keyboard is already included. There comes our video driver. Oh, meanwhile, I just realized we're running low on battery. Let's not get too comfortable and plug this thing in. Yeah, these big garish machines are my favorite. They're more powerful, they stay cooler, they last longer, they're more durable because they're built better. There's our power right there. All right. And hurry up and wait. Good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. It's about 10 minutes to 3 p.m. here in Los Angeles. Show up, say hi, give me a conversation. If you got your own problems, start a conversation. 855-434-8787. We just finished a Windows installation, Windows 11 installation on a brand new terabyte. Brand new 970 Evo Plus from Samsung. It's a 2 terabyte drive. It's an upgrade from, I think it was a 512. No, it might have been a 250 or a 256 because the kid's storage was just full. The machine would crash randomly and it looked like he only had 5 or 10% storage available on his drive. So a lot of people don't realize you don't want to go beyond about a third full on your drive. I'm sorry, 2/3 full. You need at least a third empty to function because you have this thing called virtual memory. It's sort of like the contortionist box. That's the box where everything happens. The bigger the box, the easier it is to move around. When you run out the RAM, oh, that's the other thing. So we also increased the RAM. That is the bigger contortionist box. Everything I just spoke of actually happens in the RAM first. And then if you run out of RAM, it happens in that empty space on the hard drive, or in this case, an SSD. That's what I meant. All right, so now it's all hurry up and wait. And then when I'm done doing all the updates, I'll USB attach his external, well, now external, but was formerly an internal boot drive so we can grab his stuff. I'm going to guess there's not that much stuff. It's all going to be cloud Steam downloads. But I'll plug it in and see what sort of content he has anyway. Hurry up and wait. All right, so you just saw me do a RAM upgrade and an SSD upgrade with a Windows installation, and it happened in a bit, we'll just say it happened in about a half hour. The only reason we're still messing with it is because the downloads take another 10 to 20 minutes. Looks like the video driver just got installed. There we are. It's almost ready to be restarted. No, one of the NVIDIA driver, I guess, isn't quite installed. Almost there. Almost ready for a restart. Almost there. Looks like we don't have the audio driver yet. Oh, that's right. We were keeping an eye on the device manager. Oh, only one left. High definition audio. There we go. Yeah, I noticed the speaker icon wasn't lit properly. Right there. Oh, yeah, it's installing right now as I touch it. Alrighty, I think we've done all the drivers. Now it's just going to be security updates. Device manager now looks totally populated. There we go. It's still installing a few drivers. That's what that flickering is. Almost there. Okay, all these that say retry, they're waiting for us to restart the machine. We're installing our .NET update, then we'll restart. Alrighty, pending restart. Now it's got one more update it needs to do. This is on a Legion Lenovo machine. I'll put the notes to the exact model in it after the fact. It's probably on the bottom of the machine. I'll note the name of the video, the model of this laptop. Restart now. Oh, installing, there we go. I noticed when you do the updates, if it says it's downloading and you try to restart, it won't actually install. If it says installing, it will continue and install. So it won't be asking to be completed when you reboot. That's my point. Alrighty. This was a straightforward bread and butter job. Charging the customer about an hour and a half. That's pretty much it. I'm not done with this job. The reason I'm charging him more than the 40 minutes I've been online is because I'm also going to be doing data transfer, but that's so boring it wouldn't make sense to film it. So I'm going to go off the air to do that. By and large, I'm charging them for an hour and a half, which is $150 here at the shop. Actually, technically speaking, that's my flat rate for this job, but I do charge by the half hour, which is 60. So an hour is about 120. Alrighty, so let's just check the updates one more time and see if there's any more pending. It looks like there are because it says Windows attention needed. That's what this is here. Let me do this. There we go. Attention needed. That means there's some left. Yeah, so NVIDIA Display has a driver available. Cumulative update or a little knick-knack bug fixes. Intel chipset driver updates available. That's part of what they pay for. I make sure that the machine is totally up to date. It makes the machine a more reliable one to use. At this point, we've progressed through about 42 minutes. I've filmed pretty much the entire progress. I will be chopping this up a little bit when it's all done, just so that this hurry up and wait doesn't bore everyone to tears. But of course, the gimmick is I stay live, you show up and say hi. Alrighty. Almost there. $32 gigs of RAM is seen. See, I don't think if I restart, it'll do the updates. Let's see. Oh, now it says installing. I don't know if that was a coincidence or me hitting the restart fudged it into a install mode. There we go. Let's check for updates again. Still got a bunch to do. But that's the bulk of the work. Downloading. Alright, I think I'm going to take off. I don't have a whole lot going on right now, so rather than me stare at you and you stare at me, if you want to have a conversation, say hi in the chat or give me a call, 855-434-8787. Of course, this is always best when it's live so that I can interact with you and help you out with your own technical limitations. 855-434-8787. This was a live Windows installation on an NVMe Samsung SSD 970 2 terabyte drive, Windows 11. Oh, and an upgrade from Windows 8 gigs of RAM to 32. That's pretty much it. Have a good rest of your day. And that's how we roll. See you later.